Hello people, this is Sonali, the Melodramatic Bookworm. If you've been here before, welcome back, and if you're new to my channel, welcome to the Melodramatic Bookworm family. I'm here today with the Anti-TBR book tag. I was tagged to do this by Lepakshi from What's Booking, and she tagged me last year just after I had done the books I will never read video. I'll link that video here as well as in the description box below if you want to go check that out. The answers will be a little similar, I feel like, but this is a video, this is a tag that is super popular on Booktube. Everyone is doing it, and they were doing it towards the end of last year, I think, and everyone, absolutely everyone was doing it, and I'm like, I just did this video. No, okay, I'm just going to give this video some time, this tag some time, and do it sometime later. And this time has come. The time for this has come. But I won't bore you anymore. Without any further ado, let's dive right into this book tag and let me share with you my answers to the questions of the Anti-TBR book tag. This tag was originally created by Nicole and her books. I will leave the link to her channel and the video as well as Lepakshi's channel in the description box below. Please go check them out. Please go show them some love. Also, a quick reminder that if you'd like to buy any of the books mentioned in this video, if you think that, okay, I'm just going to go find out for myself, then please do use my Amazon affiliate links in the description box below. It would be of immense help to me. Question number 1. A popular book everyone loves that you have no interest in reading. And for me, it is the Shadowhunter books by Cassandra Clare. Cassandra Clare is one author who I'm never going to read. I have a lot of issues with her books, with the way she deals with people reviewing her books. And I'm not going to pick her books up. Never. So I'm just disinterested, man. Anytime I see Cassandra Clare, I'm like, okay, I'm glad you like them, but I'm not going to read it. Nah. Question number 2. A classic book or author you don't have an interest in reading. And I have 2 authors for this. And I found out that Friedrich Nietzsche was sexist. So Nietzsche also I'm never going to read because there were a lot of examples also of how he was sexist. And I'm like, no, thanks. I have other authors. I will read them. It's okay. And then the second author is Flannery O'Connor. Apparently, he was super racist. And I'm like, bye. Question number 3. An author whose books you have no interest in reading. And I have 2 authors for this. One is Cassandra Clare, which I've already spoken a lot about, it feels like. The second is a booktuber, Christine Riccio, from Poland Banana Books. I don't know if there's a couple of S's in there which I always miss out on, but I started reading again but better, and I found it so shallow, I felt, and I don't want to be raining down on a fellow booktuber's parade. I mean, fellow booktuber, she's like one of the biggest booktubers out there, but it was not good, man. Okay, it was my personal taste, my personal opinion that I did not like, and now I have no interest in reading her other books. Question number 3.2. A problematic author whose books you have no interest in reading. You can combine questions 3 and 3.2, or you can answer them separately if you have an answer for both. I do have answers for both. And favorites gone bad, man. That list, like the transphobic people who have come out recently. I mean, it's been going on for a while, and then it reached a crescendo last year, and it just exploded. Like, I think the brains exploded or something, and J.K. Rowling, ugh, no. I'm not going back to her writing unless she fixes herself and fixes her ways and her perspective. And then there's Adichie also, Chimamanda Ngozi Adichie. I had 2 of her books on my TBR which I was yet to read, and I just pushed them back because no, she just came out in support of J.K. Rowling's statements and said that what she said, the transphobic shit that she was talking about, was reasonable. And I'm like, hello, what? And you know, even pretty recently Bridget Collins was also seen to be liking some transphobic tweets on Twitter, and I'm like, no, just stop. Like, why don't you understand? It's just stop, man. Question number 4. An author you have read a couple of books from and have decided their books are not for you. And I have 2 authors for this. First, Margaret Atwood. I've read The Blind Assassin, I've read The Handmaid's Tale, and oh no, her writing is just not for me because she writes in a way that is very stiff. It puts the burden of piecing the story together on the reader's shoulders, and I'm not a fan of that. No. And then there's Mark Manson. But yeah, I have read 1 book of his, The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. I'll leave the link to that video here as well as in the description box below because he writes so beautifully. He does not. He claims he writes self-help, but it's completely talking down to the reader. He is bullying the reader as the book goes through. He told a grieving dad that it was up to him to decide to stop grieving his son. So that's why, no, I'm not going to read his... No. Question number 5. A genre you have no interest in or a genre you tried to get into and couldn't. None, actually. I mean, there's no such genre that I feel like, oh no, this is not a genre that I couldn't get in. But I haven't read a horror book yet. So I can't say if that's one that I really can't get into. But I want to read a horror book. But I am also a scaredy cat right here, so I don't know how I will take those books. I mean, am I going to be okay at the end of it all? Am I going to lose my mind? Who knows? Who can tell? Question number 6. A book you have bought but will never read. This can be a book you have unhauled or returned to the library unread, and for that I have Surfacing by Margaret Atwood. Since I've already mentioned that Margaret Atwood is an author who is just not for me, so it's not fair that I read her book and I hate her book. I read her book and I hate her book. There are people who love her. You don't need me to be another champion. Question number 7. A series you have no interest in reading or a series you started and have DNFed. It's a series I have no interest in reading, and those are the Mortal Instruments and the Dark Artifices series. Basically, the series that Cassandra Clare writes. Question number 8. A new release you have no interest in reading. See, I don't want this to become a Cassandra Clare nope video, but the newest books, whatever, Chain of Iron, Chain of Gold, whatever it is, I have no interest in reading it, especially because I have no interest in reading any of her books. I haven't read the ones before that, I haven't read, and I'm not going to read this one. Nope, not interested. Plus, I was also interested in reading Priyanka Chopra Jonas's memoir, recently released memoir, Unfinished, but after listening to the reviews of people I trust, I'm like, I think it's better I don't. But you know what, that disinterest is for now. Who knows what will happen in the future. I mean, you never say never and all that jazz, right? So that's where we're going to leave it at. So those were my answers to the questions of the Anti-TBR book tag. Did you like my answers? What are your answers to these questions? And which of the books have you read from whatever books I've mentioned? And what are you currently reading? Which books will you never read? Which authors will you never read? Let me know in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you like this video, please like it and share it to spread the word. And if you like my content and would like to see more from me, don't forget to hit subscribe and click on the bell icon beside the subscribe button to get notified as and when I post new videos. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Until next time, keep reading, keep watching, and add melodrama to your life.